What is up, my crazy Draconians? My name's VERTICO, you can call me V, and welcome back to Hungry Dragon. Today's episode is a teensy bit different. So, number one, I've hit my 1500 requirement, my benchmark for keeping my golden fragments, which is amazing, but this video is all about an apology in advance. We have got a new tournament coming on the 25th and 26th of this month, which is of course May. We have got a tournament. It's not this tournament that you can see currently. It's a tournament that I designed, and I'm not spoiling anything at all. But I designed the modifiers. Not designed. I chose the modifiers. Chose the prizes. So I'm sorry. Let that be on record, okay? I'm saying it now. I'm sorry. I'm not spoiling it. It's gonna be hilarious. There's actually an image which, as you can see here, just gonna click my fingers so that I remember to put it in post-editing, which they actually cooked up and I absolutely love. Yeah, I'm not going to say much more than that. It's going to be an experience, that's all I'm going to say. And I'm sorry again, but we're just going to crack on. I want to show you guys a few things. So, of course, I've been using Armadillo to get to #1 place. I didn't even mean to get to #1 place. I was just like, I'll get over 50 million. And I got over 50 million, and then I got place number uno. Really, really interesting about that run, actually. That only took me like 25 minutes. So I was getting more than 2 million per minute. But it wasn't that case. I was actually like 10 million up within the first 2 minutes, and I was completely shocked by that. But yeah, you know, it wasn't the worst. It wasn't the best. But oof. And even if I complete those two, I'm not going to have enough to get a fresh one. However, I will if I do the 10 one later on, which I'm going to. So let's just quickly invest. The tournament, I'm going to get, yeah, you know what, we're going to invest 5. Oof, I know. That's dangerous to, you know, go that many times. But 5 into Icebreaker, keeping over 1300, just under 1400, not hitting our 1500, and I've actually broken my benchmark rule, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to have that back by the end of the weekend. In fact, I might even have it back as long as I keep #1 place in this tournament, which was fun. I might even keep that and get that back by the end of the weekend. By the end of the weekend, not even next Monday when I get my rewards, or next Tuesday night, I guess. Tuesday morning, Monday night. So, or is it Sunday night, Monday morning? It's Sunday night, Monday morning. So we're gonna have it, which is awesome. But let's jump in to. Oof, what are we going to do? Oh, we could do gold heist. No, let's just jump into Icebreaker. Because I've leveled him up a bit. I want to play a bit with Icebreaker because I've really been sort of focusing on Armadillo lately. That's not cool. We got, you know, we've got to diversify our portfolio. And this guy is amazing. I am glad I've got Armadillo, you know, to the max level that he is. Oh, we're getting quite a bit of frame rate issue. That could be because this wasn't happening earlier on any of my games. It's probably because my phone is dying. It's not like low battery, but it's probably like, conserve the battery. It's taking its priorities. But yeah, this guy is incredible for a lot of things. Obviously, you delete trash, which, yeah. But I think you can freeze the trash and, you know, can try and ignore it most times, not. But it's honestly, this guy is incredible. You want to get as much freeze as possible so you can build up a shield. So as it turns out, shield, if you have a look here, is blocking me from the poisonous clouds from those pigs, which is always a big problem when it comes to like keeping up a decent chain around here and on the far right above the castle. But he doesn't need to worry about that, which is pretty damn amazing. The only thing is, this guy is good, don't get me wrong, he's really good, but he's more of a last long and get a decent score, whereas Armadillo I can just absolutely chock up and just get a decent score straight away. So he's still on my list of, I would say he's number 2 in regards to usefulness. Definitely number 2 is beating Electrozoa because, well, he got nerfed unfortunately, which is number 3, and Mecha Munch is number 4 because I really didn't get a chance to really get used to him. He's one of my favourite looking. I love the way he looks. He's like a robot doggo, but it's just really difficult to try and navigate and stuff. It's not for me, basically. It will be for other people. Other people probably can own that guy like no one's business, so that's fair play. But it's this guy, and then of course Armadillo. So if you're trying to get into the next league, or you're trying to find a dragon that you can do really well with, Armadillo does have a steep learning curve, but once you have got it, you have got it. And trust me when I say, obviously the health drain bug that we found out in this stream is actually fixed. But you can still use both pets for the health drain, and it's not going to give you no health drain, it's going to give you a majorly reduced health drain, which is how I would have wanted it from the beginning, and I would have felt a little bit more of an achievement getting 100 million with Electrozo. But it's fine, this sort of thing happens, that's why you've got to play it, report it to the developers. I mean, that was reported, I think I reported it off bat, but they also picked it up before as well, and they fixed it very quickly within the next update. So any bugs you find, any game-breaking bugs, anything that's causing you any issues, anything you think's unfair that people are using, you're not being a grass, you're doing the right thing, you're reporting it so that the team can remove it and make it a fair game for everyone, because they have, from what I've seen now, either banned or shadow banned or put them in a different league, at least, all the hackers. So they're probably in their own league, which is, I think, good, because they're not stopping them from playing as they want to play. Don't get me wrong, I don't think you should hack any game. I don't see the point. It's, in my opinion, I think it's lazy. If you're doing it because you haven't got the time, or you're not physically able to, you have any form of impairment, then I'm not going to judge for that reason. If you're doing it because, I want to get it and then show it off because, look at what I've done, that's dumb. So that's why in the Jurassic World Games group we sort of have a policy: you can post hacks, so on and so forth, but if you ask or share how to get hacks or sell stuff, so on and so forth, you get banned. You're not even blocked. You're not even removed. You're banned. You're blocked. You're gone. Simple as that. And I just don't see the point in it personally. Never have. Never will. Single player games, I can see why it adds a new element, and like this is technically single player in some elements, which I can get. But when it's the multiplayer version, I don't know. But yeah, so they're shadow banned in a way that they're sort of put into a separate league, which means they can't go, look at me, I did better than you. They'll be looking at another hacker and going, look at me, I did better. Oh, you just hacked more. Oh wait, I'll hack more. And it's just going to be a never-ending cycle, and then they'll get bored. So that's on the hackers, not on the game developers, and I think that's just absolutely brilliant. Being forced to be stuck into another league. If that's what happened, I think that was the talk of what was going to happen, but being forced to be stuck in another league where you can't show your ego off. Instead, you're having to fight with other people with a like mindset. And that's the thing with the hacks when it comes to the tournament. That's where, like, all the other reasonings that I gave, where you have a physical impairment, you don't have the time, is an invalid excuse to that extent. If you were hacking with those two reasons, to say 20 million, 30 million score so that you could get yourself on the leaderboard, that's still pretty but it's not bad. But if you're hacking 3 billion so you can remain at the top of the leaderboard, then that's just bad. Because you get promoted within the top 10. Even then, it's stealing from other people. Once again, the impairment, that's the one I'm sort of most like, actually, that could be good reasoning. But it's still, like, that one's fine for, like, the top 10. But going for number 1 space, don't really have a valid excuse for that at all. Other people are trying to sort of work hard to be able to get to number 1. And I'm not just sort of saying that, I was trying so hard, because I really was. But I know for a fact, other people, I remember seeing someone on the leaderboard named Philippe. He did it all legitly. He managed to get, I think, over 200 million at one point because he was just constantly trying to stay above the league, and fair play to him. Because he actually mentioned on Facebook, like, he was doing it and he was like, I hate getting in the league. So I was like, oh my god, I'm below you. Sort of said, yeah, I do, I get it too. I really do. They are working to fix it. And they were working to fix it. It was one of their top priorities when it comes to that, because it can ruin the game for people to see that they're putting so much effort in. And it's invalidated by someone just going, I'm going to press 2 buttons, here's my score. It's like, I see why. But the fact they've removed it now, anyone who was approachable hopefully will get a chance to go back to the game and go, actually, they've removed that possibility. Let's just keep being competitive, because it's what I do. Last week, I didn't have much time, so I made sure I was in the top 10. I didn't have enough time to dedicate to getting a number 1 place. This weekend, I'm off all weekend, so if I drop below number 1 and it's a reasonable score, I'm going to go for it. Because the week before last, I got #1 in Dragon League, which gave me 180 golden fragments, which is invaluable. But if I don't get it, I think I could get 110 or 120. I always forget that one for 2nd to 10 in Dragon League, and that's worth it. I will always ensure I'm in the top 10, so I do not drop down a league. I don't know if I have to lose consistently to go down a league or what, but I'm not risking it. Let's just leave it there. So we're playing it safe. So I'm going to just go ahead and probably not get another fire rush here. Which I think is another thing for Icebreaker. I don't know why, but I feel like eating the ghost doesn't have as much... It probably does. Doesn't have as much impact as it does on Armadillo. Neither of them have as much impact as when you eat it when you're gold heist, because good lord. Also, I want to talk about the fact we have got a new dragon coming in the form of a dark dragon, okay? Because the dark dragon poll, for the poll, they did a poll on the next progressive dragon. So that's not going to be a legendary dragon, that's going to be a dragon in its own right. So same as gold heist, blades, all that sort of stuff. So in that line, which I hope is the next up. So it's like XXL or exclamation mark, so on and so forth. So it's going to be another progression dragon. And they did a poll of dark, alien, I think it was cyber dragon actually. I didn't vote for cyber because of the sole reason gold heist has a cyber skin. I know that's a bit cheap, but that's one reason. And for the reason that a lot of other dragons do too, we also had Mecha Muncher, who I would class technically as a mech. Not cyber, by no means. It's more like steampunk, but that's what I rationalised it with. And then we had Alien, which I kind of really loved, but we really had an alien in the Hungry Shark games, which was Alan. And I did love Alan, don't get me wrong, but I was like, Alien's good, but then I saw Dark, and I went through my head, we can have a demon, we can have a skeletal dragon, we can have like a dark magic based necromancer dragon. And I just started to think to myself, that's something I could get behind. So I did pick Dark Dragon, and I advocated for Team Dark Dragon. I'm not saying I've taken any credit for sort of the win, but I did actually, after me posting what I did with the quote tweet and then sort of liking, I got a few likes on that, and I did see it go up by quite a percentage because it was being led by Alien Dragon on the Twitter poll. And then Dark Dragon ended up winning the Twitter poll. I don't know who won on Instagram and Facebook though, but I did cast my vote in each of those as well, because you can. It's a great thing about that. Because you had 3 different ways to vote, and I was quite dedicated to getting Dark Dragon, so I added 3 votes to the counter. But yeah, it was absolutely insane, the options. I was like, oh, and the thing is, everyone said, oh, we would like that, and there's a possibility. I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen. There's a possibility down the line we may end up seeing a Cyber Dragon, we may end up seeing an Alien Dragon, and they may end up being bigger than the rest of them because of the fact that they waited for them. So, not the worst thing in the world. Oh, we're running low on health, aren't we? Icebreaker really isn't something I can truly master just yet. That's fine. I'm going to continue to get him up, because I remember playing with him level 60, and he was a tank. He was so good. So good. And I feel like with the extra speed as well, he could actually get on par with, you know, some of the main dragons. And because legendary dragons are great because they're quirks. I love their quirks. But yeah, we're also, according to a new teaser being posted on their Twitter and Facebook, so make sure to check out Hungry Dragon's Twitter and Facebook for anything, because they always post news, teasers, everything. So that's why I follow them on both, and their Instagram actually. I follow them on that too. They have posted a teaser with like a bucket vibrating. I don't know if that means we're going to get a new dragon, or if we're going to get like a new concept. Maybe earthquakes would be interesting, wouldn't there? I mean, it doesn't affect you because you're a dragon. Maybe it's an earthquake dragon. I mean, it's pretty much going to be a legendary dragon. I'm not saying that definitely, but considering the fact we just had a poll for the next progressive dragon, and that's not just yet, we're probably going to get 1 or maybe 2 legendary dragons in between, and I'm okay with that. Because legendary dragons bring a whole new element once you've completed the game, whilst you're playing the game. It really does add an extra level to it, and I love that. Plus, it means I get to play more of it, and I'm very happy with that. Cause I do play it, but I grind a lot. You don't have to grind, like I said in the last video. It's just personal preference that I like to grind and get everything done. I actually finished hatching all my eggs this morning, and I haven't got more eggs. I think I just picked one of the eggs up, though, I think. So I can incubate that. That'll be quite handy. But yeah, so it's going to be a very eventful couple of weeks with Hungry Dragons. They usually post teasers, I think the longest I saw was like 3 or 4 weeks, if I remember correctly, of a next update. So there's that, and obviously it could be within that, it could be even longer if they need to take time to extra develop it, so on and so forth. who knows? But it's still a teaser, potentially for New Dragon. It could be anything, and I would love to know what you think it is, because I am undecided. Oh dear, right. I mean, obviously I've seen what they're doing at Ubisoft when I was there, so I know quite a lot what's coming, but I don't know if it's going to be anything I saw, anything I didn't see. If it's anything I saw, could it be different to what I saw? I don't know. So I've got to remain impartial. I obviously can't talk about it, and I won't talk about it, so don't bother asking. But I don't know if it's going to relate to that. I'm hoping it's one of the things I'm thinking it is. And if it is, amazing. Y'all going to love it. I love it. It's all good. And I think this is a fantastic place. I know it's a shorter than usual iPhone video, but they're always a nightmare when it comes to rendering because they always end up failing. But I think this is a great place to end the video. How many gems have I got? Because if it's a new legendary dragon, I'm going to need 200 gems. I have got 350. So I'll have 158 spare, which means I can build that up as a reserve because I'm not going to need golden fragments, so I'm not going to need to hatch eggs. I'm spending things, so that's good. So I can use those gems to save up for the new dragon, for like costumes and stuff as well. So that's going to be amazing. So we are going to end the video here, guys. So if you have enjoyed today's video, please make sure you do smash the like button. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and join my crazy video community. I'd super duper appreciate it. Of course, you can check out the Hungry Dragon playlist where you can watch episode 1 to episode... I can quote the correct episode, 26. And of course, we do have loads of other games coming soon. Loads of updates coming to Hungry Dragon that I'm excited to look and play with. So that's going to be fun. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a nice day, and ta-ra!